Welcome to HARE TV episode number 7, where we're back in the workshop, and time to get the car all mechanically prepared. So it's the January edition. So we had basically 2 weeks over the festive season to get the car ready and get it on the trailer and prepared for all the electrical engineering work to be done. So so good episode, and this has been an interesting exercise. We're now getting to the close of the project, and it's got a lot of blood, sweat and tears gone in, and this week in the workshop there definitely was some blood. So unfortunately I cut myself with the Stanley knife. Been cutting trims all day previously, and then the next day just had one more cut to do, and I cut my hand. So yeah, 3 stitches later, and a bit of blood spilt, but that's alright. That's all part of the game, isn't it? You know, blood, sweat and tears. There's a reason why it's called blood, sweat and tears. So look, sit back, enjoy the episode, and yeah, hopefully in the next few episodes we'll see the car actually running. So, and Winton's not too far away, round 1 in March. So hopefully we'll get the car all prepped up and ready for round 1. So enjoy. Welcome to HARE TV week in the workshop. Well, this has actually been 2 weeks, but not a full 2 weeks. Had the Christmas break and New Year's break, and as you can see, the Starlet's on the scales, and we now have essentially a completed car. So the only thing we've got to put in now is just the radiator. So we've got to get some modifications done to the radiator. So radiator and coolant, and that's about it. That's got to go in. And then of course the electrics. So the car's ready now for electrics, but everything else is complete. You can see I've got the dyno wheels on, getting ready for the once the electrics are finished, she'll go onto the dyno, get tuned up. All the glass work's been done. Got the heated windscreen in. Not sure if we can see the heated windscreen. Got the cables in here, the GPS for the Motec dash. But yeah, no, you won't be able to see it, man. They're almost absolutely invisible. I'm just wondering for me if I put a bit of cardboard behind it or something. But anyway, so you got the doors on. Salvaged one of the windows from Chassis HM01. The other side exploded on me. Got the side skirts on. Ooh, looking pretty good. New back window. Yeah, looking pretty good. So yeah, here's a spare window. Like I said, I couldn't salvage this window. It exploded on me. Unbelievable. Got the window net all sorted out. Going for a different type this time. One that goes onto the roll bar. Our previous one went onto the actual door frame. I'll jump in. So, got the dash logger all mounted. The Motec shift light all mounted. Like I said, we had the gauges done last time. Wires hanging down for the GPS. Got the fire extinguisher mounted. Got the battery mounted as well. So yeah, like I said, we just got to get this all up to Peter Sortwell, get sorted out. Here's our Motec gear. So we've got a new M84 to go in. So this is going to be pretty cool. Harnesses, push buttons for the dash. We're also going to go with a PDM. So we've got the Motec PDM, and what that is a power distribution module. So essentially that controls all our inputs and outputs, and yeah, we're not going to have any fuses, no relays, nothing. This power distribution module controls blinkers, headlights, the whole kit and caboodle. So yeah, everything in, mirrors on. It's been a long journey, but we now have a complete car. So yeah, pretty impressed, pretty happy about it all. Modifications to the steering wheel. So I had this aluminium plate put in, so I can have 2 switches here and 2 switches there. So we'll probably have the 2 mode buttons up here for Motec, and then we'll have 1 torque button for the communications. We've got the aerial put in. So I've spoken to Gordon Coxey, and hopefully picking up a full radio set for him on Saturday. Let me just get out. Heaps of room in this one. A lot more room than what we had in the last Starlet, that's for sure. That's quite impressive. Let's get the hairnet back on. Show you guys under the bonnet. So the bonnet's on, bonnet pins are in. So like I said, no radiator. Put the connector in here for Pete to sort out for the fan. Updates that we've done at the moment. I mean, we've got the head still to come, but we're now going to coilovers using a waste spark system, as you can see from here, from the 5E FE system. And we've also upgraded the injectors, getting ready for the new head. Other than that, it looks very neat under here, so very tidied up. Really happy about it. Got the isolation in as well, in the same location as last time. Just makes it a bit easier. Let's have a look here. Might see if I can take a bit of this cardboard off, eh? Well, actually, I think I've got something that I can use. I'll just be back in a minute. Oh, I've got a bit of white paper here, so let's have a look, see if we can see these elements. So it's a bit hard to see with the glass, but there we go. You can sort of see the elements in there. If I move the paper, you can see the lines. So that's the edge of it there. It's quite amazing, actually. Yeah, so very fine elements, very fine. Can't see anything. So like I said, you know, we've got it on the scales, and I'm pretty happy actually. I don't know what I was expecting, but we've certainly saved a lot more kilos from Chassis HM01, and you know, I mean, we've still got the electrics to go, but I still think it's going to be significantly lighter. So you have a look here, I mean, all this harness work here from the original chassis is not going to go in. Fuse boxes and all this sort of stuff isn't going to go in, so that's where I think we're going to see a major weight saving. Been lucky to be able to salvage the windscreen. I mean, it was only 8 months old. So Windscreens O'Brien were here on New Year's Eve, doing all the glass work for us. Took them about 4 or 5 hours. And this chassis is now finished. It's completely stripped out. I've got everything out of it that I wanted. I mean, the dash is totally useless because I've butchered it. I'll show you why in a minute. But she is now just completely stripped. There is nothing on here. This is the window here that exploded. There's the last corner. Can you believe that? Hour and a half, and she just popped on me. So I wasn't too impressed. There's all the glass. But hey, shit happens. I successfully got this glass out, so but yeah, she's that's it. Time to ring Sims. Just prepping up the other front fender, front bumper bar. This is going to end up being our sprint come practice bar. Unfortunately, it doesn't meet the regs of improved production. Tip it down, and you'll see just this corner here. If I go over like that, there you go. That corner just sticks out a little bit by a 15th, which technically would make it a non-compliant bumper bar. Have a look at the rest of the bumper bar. Look at it, beautiful. It is just this corner. I can't believe it, eh? There you go. That's just this little corner here. That's life. So as soon as we get rid of this chassis, I've got to strip this and get rid of it. As you can see, the windscreen is still in. Try to salvage it. I prepped it up for the weekend and got the seal out here, but unfortunately the seal cracked it. So there's a crack up there. You probably can't see it on the camera. And same as the red chassis, I was prepping that for Windscreens O'Brien, ready for removal. And unfortunately, she cracked it here. I don't know if you can see it, just a lot of reflection. There we go, there's the crack. So, the original Toyota screen, so it's been in there since 1996. So is this one. Original Toyota screen, 1996. So yeah, very hard. HM01 screen came out for the first time this year, and yeah, mate, we couldn't get it out. It was very difficult. That was the original screen. Like I said, this one here is only 8 months old, and that came out pretty easily. So we've got one spare screen, and you can see behind it I've got another heated screen for the second Starlet. So that's going to be for the 4AG. There's the 4AG here, blacktop. That's ready to rock and roll. Got the 5E block, 1.5, so that'll eventually be eventually go into HM02. Black motor, HM03. That's a spare 4E FE. So 1.3 litre. Another spare 1.3 litre in here. Like I said, got to strip this. We've got to strip this and get it out of here. It's a 5-door, so the shell's no good to me. And after further investigation of this one, I mean, I picked this up for 200 bucks, but yeah, unfortunately she's had a bit of a rear ender. So I've got to strip this red one and get rid of it as well. You can see the flooring here, it's all damaged, it's all popped up. Yeah, it's a bit dark there, no light.
So it's a bit unfortunate, but yeah, we're gonna have to get rid of this shell. Get rid of the shell, strip it. It's got good parts on it, and we'll piss it off. And I'll actually go and spend some good money on a white shell. That way we don't have to have such a comprehensive blast and soda blast and grip blast process. So yeah, that's it for about a week in the workshop. So the Starlet's off to get the electrics, man, and hopefully next time when we do a week in the workshop, you'll be able to see it running. And do another dyno session, and it should be wired up and plumbed up, getting ready to rock and roll for March, round 1. Well, I hope you enjoyed this episode, week in the workshop, and I'll talk to you guys later.
So here I am in my factory working on the Starlet, and a large group 2 doors down. Like, this is, you know, just before Christmas, public holiday, no one's working. All the factories around the area are also closed, so went down to investigate to see what the commotion was 2 doors down at the factory, and the guy that owns the business down there, Euroform Furniture, here he is with a 1,200 horsepower Toyota Supra with a 454 big block Chev fuel injected in this thing. You should see it. Unbelievable, mate. He bought this thing from the States for about 80 grand and brought it over, and yeah, took a couple of photos. So yeah, sit back and have a look at the Toyota Supra Drag Car. So yeah, so lots of people in the area are actually doing racing. So even the guy next door next to me has got a race car in his factory as well. So yeah, it must be just a sign of the times, I suppose. I don't know, that maybe that's what everyone does in Dandenong. So yeah, enjoy the pictures of the Toyota Supra. And of course we have the final strip of Chassis HM01. So look, this is the last time I'm going to mention it. I got quite a bit of feedback about my 2013 review. So yeah, look, you know, it's pretty emotional, but look, you know, time to move on. This is going to be an awesome chassis, HM02. So you'll see the last strip of HM01. That's the last time I'm going to talk about it. And of course the HM02, the final preparation. So you'll see some photos of it on the trailer, ready to rock and roll, and head up to get the electrical work done. So alright, thanks for watching this episode. This has been a long episode, but like I said, hey, we covered 2 weeks this time in the workshop. So enjoy, and look forward to 2014. See you there.